Good morning.
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 What, way down there? Okay.
We love salty. Salty ham sandwich.
Lewis, what? You South Boston? No, just from me and my nurse, you're on South Boston. Shut up. Shut down.
Right.
Really long run. As you can see, yes, I did. I think that shit is not
That's why.
I might have to buy it.
These are so easy to walk through.
No, I'd rather not, alright.
They're so easy to walk through.
Yeah, because what I would do is...
Henry and Cook were West Ham turmoil. I'm not leaving anymore.
These are the ones that Anthony who's got.
Yeah.
There. You know? There.
What's the last one about?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I think so.
I should drop them off.
Tends to be like, where does all your money go? Their answer is like,
I should drop them off at junction. Fair enough. That's it, Trevor.
right, James, R.A. Bernhardt. Okay, what age of I know, is it all tracks? No.
It's all chaps apart from the Rattler.
I've got bad memories of Rattler at all places. Yeah, I can get a bus from there to the house, and it's a very full-flight, tasty Volvo thing on here.
Yes, it says it on fire.
No, I'd rather not, they're getting gearbox.
Is that just the one sensor there? It was one sensor put level.
So one sensor, that's the light sensor.
Well, the full petrol
And then secondly,
Was it nice? I was getting overloaded, it got cut out.
that's it.
Oh,
Someone was telling me the other day, they reckon the phone call employees to change the pound coins after the deadline. Yeah, because like to because it's different to notes. Notes don't apply to
So disjointed.
I've got a couple of those 50p's that are the collected ones that I need to do something about vlogging. I've only got 4 or 5. And, but they're ones that are in the sets, so you can sell them on eBay for a little bit more than 50p.
Oh right, yes, you've got battery.
But leave someone's collection.
The battery can keep the.
This is our bottleneck. Should we go out?
An electric train in Wales. That was a bit more like
Yes, yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah, would be. I mean, these barriers here are really.
There was a poster there, so I was going to turn around and take a picture of it. Can't be bothered. Oh, there it is.
So that's the door closes. Yeah. Those will be made. Those are made right and then those lights step light goes on. Yeah, so it's purely electrically driven. There's no air at all on it.
Come on in, guys. We'll take a few more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Squeeze in. Good morning, how are you all doing?
Alright.
Good, okay then. This is where the driver sits. This is where they do their thing. Would you like to sit on the seats? More than welcome to, if you want to. Okay, any questions? There's a lot of controls. You can point and ask, or if you already know things, then...
My question is nothing to do with the controls as such, but it's about how does the sensors work for how full the train is? You know,
okay then.
Is that based on weight or?
Yes. The train has 2 methods of having suspension. It's got a primary suspension, which is for unsprung mass, the bogie and the wheels. These are very thick, strong rubber springs. Secondary suspension is for ride height and passenger comfort, which is big airbags. You might be able to see if you have a little look down as you go past. And what we have is valves. When people get on and off the trains, will decide how much air pressure it needs to keep that height. More people on, more air pressure, less people on, less pressure. And we have a transducer that can detect the pressure, and that's how we tell how many people are on the train, by how much weight, how much pressure is having to be applied. And then that feeds into the main computer network, and we can pop that up on the displays for you to see. So hopefully for helping you find some seats when it's a bit busy.
Yeah. Oh, excellent, yeah. And it does that on a carriage by carriage basis.
It does, yes, yeah.
Yeah, hence you see on the display plenty of seats and all that, yeah.
Clever, so something that's used on other trains, but because we've got an IP-based network on this train, everything can talk to each other, so we can utilise that to give little bits of information like that. Someone clever in the design department came up with that idea.
Thanks for that.
Lots of screens. You can see this is where we'd look at CCTV and people getting on and off the train as well, if the doors are opening and closing. This is the main computer of the train, and I think, oh, we can see, brilliant, fantastic. Okay, so you can see things like braking effort and line voltage and bits and pieces like that, and if there were faults on the train, or if there's a fire or something like that, this is the brains, and this is where the driver talks to the computer. We've got door controls, we've got traction and braking controls. This is where you'll see your speedo and bits and pieces like that on these screens. Ah, there we go, brilliant, I'm learning today. Driver reminder appliance, this will stop the train moving by accident at a station, which we don't want. We've got our safety systems here and our warning horn. So the train is always monitoring the signals. If the driver for some reason wasn't able to react quick enough, then the train will put the brakes on. So the train's looked after by the computer.
Yeah.
We've got a radio for talking to the signalman, and we've also got a handset for talking to the passengers and bits and pieces like that. Lots of stuff in here. Feel free to ask any questions.
What happens if you drive past?
So, this isn't bespoke to this train. Every train in the country will have a system like this. If the driver fell asleep or for some reason fell unwell, there's a pedal down here that he always has to keep pressure applied with his feet. If for any reason he takes pressure off, an alarm will sound, and after a number of seconds the brakes will come on the train. Also, if nothing changes, he doesn't move this for 60 seconds, or he doesn't lift his feet and put them back down, then the train will apply the brakes. And an emergency call will be sent to the signaller to let them know. And if they needed to, I don't know if this ever happens, they can talk through the PA as well if they needed to. So the train looks after itself, but that's not bespoke to this train. You'll find lots of trains in the country use that system. Well, all the trains do.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Brilliant. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Try and yeah, popular to look at here.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you all have a good day.
Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome. Oh, we've got a new train driver. All right. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Right, go on then, Jay. Guys, we can get quite a few in if you like.
Should we try and sneak in this one, guys?
Everyone was laughing.
What, if it's going to Gabowen?
No, I said Wick for Penzance.
Instead of wasting it, fans work. You'll give out energy through the fans, but you probably can't see it best. But when we get there, you can probably see it a little bit better. Why it's on the other side of the train. Air tanks operating, maintenance and free tanks, air machines, oil. This is just UK traffic. This house, you don't know so what happens is that oil there that we use, it gets pushed onto the floor so that it's given mass. There's a bit more information. Sanded, traction, slip slide, power sand, then any simple sliding, so tracks, slippery, track sand, you can see hot spare, isolated air supply. Probably a bit more updated. Yeah, sand. Yeah. So you get to push out the wheels. So you get let's see, pressing the wheels. We use this to power electricity. I'll show you where it is. See how much we're running safely. But we're walking, just spring off if we fix anything, just to prevent any damage to the track or anything, so that'll break off. On the next carriage is overhead instead of so you get what I would have done,
Also bogey brakes. The shoe gear, which collects the electricity as that.
This is where everything comes out of the toilet. That's how everything comes out. Again, centering, suspension bogey. Comes down from. There's an extra roll bar. Here, and belts. These are split pins. To secure everything with this. Big one again. Still got the main uses braking and suspension. This uses suspension with airbags, but where there's front suspension, the reservoirs use for braking. Transformer. There's over these two. This is where the oil and corrosion down to the transformer. Here's where the oil will come through. Pipe, pull down the whole transformer, overheats, pulls it down, and then we have the oil which comes into the forecourt chopper. Pull that down, also down the page, how hot that transformer is by the indicator right there. The indicator shows right now, obviously, the transformer is on, so it'll be room temperature. And that's how we can tell by using that indicator there. Forecourt chopper.
Opened 2 years ago. This stuff.
From the overhead, so obviously it comes in at 25,000 volts and then it goes to drop down to 400 or 110 depending on the use. So the majority of the time it's 400 and then I will drop it to 110, or most of the 110 in the battery, and that will be the electricity sanity chain, so the lights, the plugs, that's what a lot of what we use for. And then, as I was saying earlier, this is what we use. When you can't have third rail, this is what we use to get the electricity through. So we use the cables coming down, connected to there. That will give enough electricity for the train to come out of the depot, hit third rail, and then go from there. Here's a bit of an overview before we go on to the actual train. This is where certain parts of the train are. The bearings are big though. Yeah. On out, yeah. Yeah, they're kept internal of the actual wheel. Yeah. Yeah, check rings. Yeah, it's like this. This is Trent. 12 parts, so we'll do anyone that has actual, or any train that has an actual box on the tread brake. Still got me any questions on it? Yeah, the disc brakes are underneath, so underneath you'll probably see them a bit better, but you see the shiny car underneath. Just be a bit careful because it's a bit low, so
This is so low.
Charge up for a bit, get enough electricity for it to actually go out. Once it's out, ship it further out, get enough energy in. As I was saying earlier about the oil, it'll come in through here and come out of here. So it'll come through this one. These pins are used to control.
So these are certain parts, such as the air supply reservoirs. I think there's some sort of battery pack.
And that's why this always sound in here. And then this transformer.
Jeez.
Every time it comes in, let's say the train come in brand new or old, because a lot of trains that I work on are brand new, spec, make sure it's the final train, oil, anything, train has to be inspected. M1 to M9 and then it goes this breaks off the break. Let's pump the toilet.
So, sorry guys if you can't really hear the person who's speaking, he's all the way at the front and I'm at the back. So, I'm trying to explain as much as I can myself with the help of the signs, such as the semi-permanent coupler over there. So it says, semi-permanent couplers are used to connect each car. They are located under the intercar gangways. Two halves form the coupler, which are connected by a socket joint, and they include damping for shock forces and natural curve movement. So it's there. Basically, I think what's used to connect the carriages.
But a smart car console is being tried to supplement the gateway connection so that we can communicate together and say there's anything wrong with the train. So we use this and smart gateway to communicate what it is being and send information to the train driver.
I'm scared I'm gonna hit something. Also, he's talking about how the trains inside, how they display the weight with some sort of sensor or weight measure down here.
But this one doesn't send information to it, it will send information to our gateway, and the gateway will send information to the driver and say, right, this goes to free form and it will sell it. I knew it!
So the thing I was trying to zoom into before was a smart valve.
This side and through there, just a couple of rows. So lots of many things.
It's cool. And I'll go into the train.
I saw one go past the other day and one of them stuck inside.
Goes over on these on the line is actually a real cause of damage to the train. Creates flat spots. You get like
double speed right there.
yeah, hopefully. So yeah, this one's got damage here, which actually resulted in all the axle being swapped out. Not too sure.
Excuse me, do you know what these are used for?
These are transformers.
So do they like step up and step down voltage?
Martin knows more about them.
Okay.
He's the engineer.
Okay, thank you. So those were the transformers. This is a one-way system, so I don't think I could go back. But I do want to go inside the cab again, if I have time.
Normally, trains here. So you wouldn't get, so these, I think, if you look at the dates, correct. So you'll be focusing on the train that you know what's coming in and going in. That's how you are. And it'll be on the screen, it'll be longer because I mean, this is looking at one.
That is really cool. It's like automatic, so you can automatically
12 car units.
have an inspection.
And so each of those columns represents one particular unit or one particular color, sorry. So it is quite. Yes, people call it cars, coach, carriage. Yeah, exactly. So it's just different name. Exactly. One of those bits.
Well, sorry, not
Units. That's how I call it. So the whole unit. So the whole thing is called a unit.
squeeze it.
Exactly.
If somebody calls in and says it was AWS application or something like this, I can download it straight away, information. As Strain is still running on the network to analyze it before and do it.
Yeah, I've got one question. So when I was on the train, they were speaking about this IP system, like where everything can.
On the location of the train?
Like inside the train.
Oh, the IP addresses of all the parts, yes, the components, yeah.
So they can like communicate with each other.
Absolutely, yes, yeah. It's the train has its own CAN bus system, so it's it's all live on the network. So if something goes down, it will alert, not necessarily the driver unless he needs to know, but it will alert the motherboard or so. Which then we can interrogate and tell us where it is in the country, what's the matter with it.
Okay, so on the text it will just say like what's wrong and stuff.
Yeah, we get the guys to ask, get some coding coming up and tell us what's failed, what the failure is. We can then tell the stores people so they can get the part ready. So when the train comes in at night time, wash, new part, and off it goes. Yeah, really high tech.
It's really efficient as well.
Yeah, and we'd get the notification within about 30 seconds. Well, yeah, it's really clever.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Really efficient tech here.
Have you seen the Vulture bit?
So those are like all the maintenance instructions. So just detail safety requirements, tools and parts that are required. Here's a few stats. So this one and the one in Hornsey are the two new depots. So yeah, 24 trains per hour peak timetable across central London by the end of 2018. So that's like just under 3 minutes. A train around every 3 minutes the train will come into the station in peak hours. So there it says, in the peak, a train will operate every 2 to 3 minutes north to south through the heart of London. Wow, there's many carriages. So the 12 coach trains can fit 1,754 passengers, and 8 carriages 1,146. So these are designed with the focus to like cram as many people in as possible in rush hour. That is amazing. 95% of the trains are actually recyclable. So I think that's with the parts when they're all taken apart. So yeah, that's nice.
They're slightly on the coach.
Sorry.
It's alright. This is an 8 coach train. The 8 coach trains came after the 12 coach trains. So yeah, this depot opened 2 years ago, which is awesome. And I think I heard they could accommodate up to 9 trains, but I'm not sure about that. So class 700, maximum speed 100 miles an hour. There's the other stats. 64 seats in that train, in that coach. If it was a train, there'd be like 8 seats a coach in an 8-coach train. This one has 56, because it's a wheelchair car. Or the car like has a bit of space allocated for wheelchair users. So yeah, amazing open day visit I've had today. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video along with the others that will go on my channel, like going through a class 700 train, going into the cab. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, guys.